Here at Car and Driver, a car review is normally all about context. What are a car's goals? Does it meet those goals? And what's the competition and how does it compare? The 2025 Chevy Corvette ZR1 presents a little bit of a conundrum because its goals are ridiculous, it destroys them, and what is the competition? A low-flying fighter jet, maybe? Now we're talking.
What if I told you there's a car that can go from 0 to 150 in under 10 seconds, and it's not a hypercar costing millions? What if I told you it's American, legal, and faster than fear itself? Welcome to Future Forward, before we strap into 1064 horsepower of unfiltered adrenaline. Make sure to subscribe, like, and join the ride of your life. This is the 2025 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1, the most savage, sophisticated, and surgical machine Chevrolet has ever built.
We're here at Gingerman Raceway in Michigan, and this morning it was raining, and rainy and like 55 degrees is not the context for the Corvette ZR1. I'm sure some people will end up in that sort of weather, those sort of conditions, and I can tell you that you'll be able to make your way home as long as you just pretend that you're driving on ice. But now it's cleared up, it's warm and dry, and we're gonna have a little bit more of a chance to see what happens when you stuff 1,064 horsepower into a Corvette. I can tell you some of the numbers are just totally ridiculous. 0 to 100 in 4.5 seconds. Like, that would be fast for any car to get to 60. That's 100. How about 100 to 160 in 6.7 seconds? That also would be a very quick car, just 0 to 60. The ZR1 will spot you 100 miles an hour and start from there.
The Corvette has always symbolized freedom, power, rebellion. But what happens when rebellion is armed with twin turbos, 1,064 horsepower, and a chassis designed to obliterate records? Let's rewind. The last ZR1 proved Corvettes need to go mid-engine. But this 2025 ZR1, it proves why. Once upon a time, 1,000 plus horsepower was reserved for $1 million hypercars like the Bugatti Veyron. Now, it's in a Corvette. But here's the catch. This much power can't just be tamed. It must be respected. Floor it on cold tires, and the ZR1 won't just lose grip. It might lose you, but Chevrolet didn't just build a monster. They engineered a masterpiece. From its flat-plane crank V8 to the carbon fiber aero package generating 1,200 pounds of downforce, every inch of the ZR1 is sculpted by purpose. This car ran the quarter mile in 9.5 seconds. 9.5 seconds. 0 to 60 in 2.2, which matches the 911 Turbo, which is all-wheel drive. Still less than 4,000 pounds, even with all of this. But brute force is only the beginning. Wait till you see how this car thinks. Chevy knew power alone wasn't enough. The ZR1 uses top speed mode, dual ABS systems, and a performance traction software suite that's so advanced, it has its own legal limit. Imagine having to unlock a secret mode just to survive a full throttle sprint to 233 miles per hour. It's like a cheat code that can kill you if you don't read the manual. How fast is too fast? The ZR1 hits 200 miles per hour in 15 seconds. The exhaust creates 37 pounds of thrust, enough to call it jet propulsion on wheels. And yet, it gets better. Because under all this fury is surgical control. With 1.13 G on the skid pad, the ZR1 doesn't just go fast, it dances. At 3,831 pounds, it grips like a gecko on Gorilla Glue. Those carbon ceramic brakes? They stop it from 70 miles per hour in just 140 feet. That's shorter than an NBA court. The cooling system is vastly improved, everything's strengthened, the
Mission is beefed up. There's a new aero package, the ZTK for the ZR1, that has up to 1,200 pounds of downforce at top speed. Oh, and let's talk about top speed. 233 miles per hour. There's a top speed mode that you have to do a little dance with the buttons to get into that basically tells the car, okay, we're about to go straight very, very quickly.
And yes, it needs about 1.25 miles to go from 80 to 200 and back to 80. But hey, if you've got that much runway behind the grocery store, go nuts. Now for the part nobody talks about. Despite all its brilliance, the ZR1 isn't perfect. Visibility? Worse than your grandpa's bifocals. Fuel economy? Let's just say it drinks more than a frat house on homecoming. And at $205,000? It's not cheap, but compared to what it can do, it's a world beater. This ZR1 isn't just a car. It's a statement, a challenge to European royalty, a slap in the face to overpriced status symbols, and a love letter to those who still believe that machines should thrill you.
This car with the Max Attack Aero package doesn't have that high of a top speed. It's only maybe 225 or so. We were talking to the Corvette guys about how they developed this engine and whether they were shooting for 1,000 horsepower and just went over the mark by a little bit. And they said, no, we were just trying to get as much as we could get. And that's where it ended up. So this seemingly random number, 1,064 horsepower, it's oddly specific, but it's true. Jesus. Okay. I mean, I was trying not to look at that, but that was like 40 to 110 or so. Just like that. Now, one daunting thing about the ZR1, I will say, now that it's dried out, its braking and handling are both spectacular, but that can also be said of the Z06. So it's not that different from a Z06 in those respects, but the power is just on another level from pretty much anything you can buy. I mean, this is like a Bugatti Veyron level of horsepower, more than that, but rear wheel drive. Thank goodness it's got sticky tires.
But here's the truth. Cars like this are a dying breed. The ZR1 is not just a swan song. It's a war cry. If you want one, act now. Because the roads of tomorrow may not allow for a 1,064 horsepower scream to echo through the trees. Oh, would you dare tame the untamable? Let us know in the comments below. Would you buy the ZR1? Modify it? Or just dream of it? Subscribe to Future Forward for more deep dives into next-gen performance, electric evolution, and the machines that shape our roads. And don't miss our next video where we compare the ZR1 to its rivals and ask, is this the end of the European supercar era? Hit the bell, like this video, and share it with someone who needs a shock to the soul.